Oh my goodness. Jack, are you there, Jack? I just read your message. Good morning, Daryl. Let me know if I'm cutting in and out. I need to know if this microphone needs to be replaced. Good morning, everyone. Just drinking my green juice. Oh. Hi, Kate. Good morning. I have so much to cover, everybody, and I'm only going to be on for an hour. I have stuff going on here, and so I can only spend an hour with you today. So I hope everybody gets tuned in. Good morning, Daryl. How's the hunt for property going? Good morning, William. Did you get those chickens fed? Jack, I didn't know. We need to talk about that because I didn't know anything about that. Faithful Flowers, good morning. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You know what? This has been the hardest 8 months of my life, but there are moments, and it seems to coincide with when I sign on to my live streams, that I just feel so positive and good, and it's because of your support. And also, I have my sister-in-law visiting me for a week. It's amazing, and she's going to help me clean my house, which I never get a chance to do. I need to really pare down my stuff. And so, because she lives nowhere near a beach, and I do, and I never go down to the beach, we went down to the beach last night, and it was this magical hour. And if you're on social media, I posted a little clip on my Facebook page. I posted the same clip on the, where did I post that? I think I posted it on Facebook, on Late Bloomer Show. Good morning, CJ. Good morning, Chris. Yes, I'm going to have an estate sale, and that's not quite planned yet, but I know, Kate, it really does. It really, but we just had this magical hour right at sunset on the beach, and I just went into the water up into my thighs, and I couldn't believe that it was not just freezing, because the Pacific Ocean is freezing, and I never go in it because it's freezing. But anyway, I did last night, and it was so relaxing, and oh my gosh, it was just magic. And let's see. Amal is tuning in from Saudi, and thank you so much, Amal. And thank you for watching my borage video. Speaking of borage, Eric was here yesterday, so you can look forward to another video with Eric and me working. work. And there was so much work to do because he hadn't been here in at least 3 weeks. And I just looked down at my hand. Now, I before I get too far ahead, I am a Young Living distributor and just went to the Grand Convention in Salt Lake a week and a half ago. Have not had time to make that video. But yesterday, I had a little accident with my clippers, my big new ones that I have in my holster. Yeah, those. And I was filming and doing them kind of backwards, the way you're not like that, but like that or something, right into my hand. And I thought, oh, this is going to be bad. And actually, Eric immediately has anybody ever done this? Put baking soda directly on a cut, because he grabbed his new box of baking soda, which he always has, and he just packed some right on that cut. It seemed to kind of, it stopped the bleeding, and it seemed to kind of, then he wrapped it all up. And I thought, well, I really should have cleaned that wound out first. I said, Eric, let me go clean it out with some hydrogen peroxide. No. He says, no. He put that on there, wrapped it up, worked all day, came in, and, at the end of the day, of course, this whole bandage is disgusting. And I went in there and cleaned it out, and oh my God, it hurt so bad. And interestingly enough, my sister-in-law uses Young Living She's not a distributor, but she uses Young Living. And she said, grab your Thieves, which is the signature line of products that we have, and put it right on the cut. And I did. And she said, just put a Band-Aid on that. And I'm not kidding you, it's hardly even noticeable. It's just like a little thing there. And I can't say enough about this product. And of course, we have all kinds of products made with this formula. So, good morning. Who's here? Shirley. Hi from Kansas. I don't remember if you've tuned in before. I don't recognize your name, Shirley, but thank you so much. Are you a new subscriber? Wait a second. I'm getting mixed up here. I'm drinking the green juice first. Too fun. Too fun. Hi, nice to meet you. Nice clip. I want to know how many. Something rose in one tree. Thanks. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking me. I'm sorry. Kate, Shirley, Kate is one of our moderators, and she's just welcomed you to our live stream. We have a bunch of very regular people that love to check in. Daryl is one, and Jack is another moderator. And that's great, Kate. That's fantastic. Yes, well, it's stinging right now, really stinging. I haven't tried a liquid Band-Aid. I don't know what that is. Sweden, fantastic. It's interesting, Sandra, my connection with Sweden is we bought the house from a Swedish woman and an American husband, and they were leaving to move to Sweden. And it was the year we bought it, the year of the big Northridge earthquake. And we purchased it right before the quake. But anyway, it wasn't damaged, luckily. And they moved back to Sweden, and I've been kind of in touch with them ever since. Daryl, let's see. Oh, I must have missed something. Jack, did you say that hydrogen peroxide kills the good bacteria? That's interesting. Okay, well, something's getting killed right now because that hurts. Good morning, Marilyn. Where are you? You're in, let me think. I used to think you were in France. I remember that, but you're not in France. I remember that. You are in, I want to say Alabama. Did I get that right? Or Louisiana? Let's see. Nia is on, everybody. Remember last week I was going, what has happened to Nia Lynn? We haven't heard from her in a long time. Good morning, Nia. I'm so glad you joined us. I'm only going to be on for an hour, everyone, because my sister-in-law, we are on a schedule, and she's only here for 8 days, and we've got to go through this whole house. So I couldn't, she was here yesterday, and I said, sorry, got to work in the garden. And today I have to get in there. So Balthazar Morales, good morning. Where are you writing from? Balthazar. Let's see. Let me see if I can just make my little screen a little bit bigger. Oh, good. That worked. I think. If I can just see the chat window. Everybody, you see that dollar sign there down there. Don't be shy. If you want to give a little super chat donation, it really makes a difference to help with this channel. Bacteria is overrated, LOL. Yeah, sure. Chile expat family. Where are you writing from? Sandra, if you're asking if there's anything fun planned with my sister-in-law, the only fun thing she didn't come out here for fun. She came out here to help me work. But we have made a commitment after last night's amazing hour at sunset at the beach. We are going to go and do that every night. And yeah, I'm so lucky to live where I live. I have the mountains. I can go hiking in the Santa Monica Mountains 5 minutes from here, and I can be on the beach in 5 minutes. So, but I don't take advantage of that because I'm always right here working. Good morning, C. Keating, Ireland. Fantastic. So far we have Ireland, Saudi. Um, where are you writing from, Chile expat? Are you in Chile or are you here? I always forget what expat means. Oh, you're in Chile. Fantastic. You may be the first person that's checked in from Chile. Um, Thank you for asking, Amal. That is on my list. My t-shirt, I believe my t-shirt, the back is set. I love the back. I love the writing. It says, it's never too late to learn to grow vegetables, which is what I said in my very first episode. And then it has my name under that. And then it says latebloomershow.com with a pretty little plant and a butterfly. All of that is on the back. And then on the front is just a big fat tomato right here. And it says late bloomer. And I'm waiting to hear from the t-shirt manufacturer guy if they are going to be able to properly, properly translate that with their machines or whatever. So it should be in process this week, and I will have more news next week. We will have another live stream at 8 a.m. and I will have the news of that being in process and when that first 2-week campaign is starting. So I hope that sounds interesting to people. I hope you would want to buy a t-shirt. That would really be awesome. Let's see. Marilyn says, Teresa is with me. Let's see. Wait, what did Marilyn say? Good afternoon, William. Is it afternoon? Oh, Midwest Michigan. You mean Michigan in our country? Isn't it just like 11? That's Michigan. Oh, maybe you're on East Coast time. Let's see. Cheryl, she's not a sunrise kind of person. She's more of a sunset kind of person, if you know what I mean. Like she's snoozing right now. Good morning, Teresa. Teresa, I don't know if you just tuned in, but I was just talking about my Young Living Thieves oil, and I cut my hand yesterday with my major clippers, and it's almost, you can hardly tell. I mean, it was deep, but it's amazing. I used Thieves on this, and it's almost completely healed over. Yes, it's 8 a.m. Pacific time, everybody. I don't know what time it is where you are. You can let me know that. And Teresa is going to get a t-shirt. And Cheryl, if you love recipes, do check out Kate's Kitchen, but make sure you watch all my cooking videos. Hey, everybody asked me for more cooking videos. I delivered, but the views aren't there. I need more people watching my cooking videos. I had a real slow week last week, and if you have 20 minutes today to watch my channel, I'd really appreciate it. And I meant to say hello to William at East Mesa Homestead in Mesa, Arizona, which is part of the Phoenix Greater Valley. Big Wave, Florida. Kevin, hi. That's Kevin in Florida is checking in. And let's see. 16:14 in Ireland, which is 4:14 in the afternoon. My son is actually in France right now, and I bet it's similar time. Maybe it's 5 p.m. there. I mean 17. Good morning, Denise from Tennessee. Thank you, Cheryl. Let's see. Thank you, Cheryl. I know you do, and I appreciate every one of those. Okay, I think I'm caught up on comments, so I'm going to just throw a couple of things out. William is one of my big fans. William at East Mesa Homestead. I just said hello to him, and I just wanted everybody to congratulate William on his 20th year anniversary, July the 9th. Congratulations, William. That's awesome. And I wanted to tell you some more news. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you've already got that going, Daryl? That's fantastic. CJ is asking about my gooseberry. I climbed in there yesterday because we did a lot of cleaning out. You'll see in the next video. the next workday video. And I went over that whole bush. I couldn't find one. I mean, there were like about four that had berries in them, but they were really hard. So I haven't even tasted one. Thank you, Cheryl. I wanted to mention, everybody, that I was contacted by Newland's Nursery in the UK, and maybe you've heard of it. Let's see, C. Keating. C. What does C? What does C stand for? I don't want to call you C. Keating. Uh, Maybe you've heard of their podcast, but they have a podcast with, Alan Lodge, who works at the nursery, has a podcast. He has an absolutely lovely voice. He would be a great actor. His beautiful voice. Of course, he's got that beautiful British voice. And he interviewed me for at least 45 minutes. We'll see how long the actual podcast is. They usually just do 30, but we'll see. And okay, got to go to a play rehearsal. Fantastic, Marilyn. Love ya. Take care. Oh yeah, Daryl, tell Amal what is bok choy. Amal, if you've watched my videos, last year I grew bok choy. Some of it, it's used in Asian cooking a lot, chopped up and stir fry. Yes, C. Keating, do that. And the name of the podcast is actually My Plants and, well, just look him up. You'll find it, I'm sure. I don't have the title quite right. But as soon as I find out, he said it would be on within weeks, not months. And so as soon as, and the editor said that she would let me know as soon as it was going to be on and I could promote it, and I will. You'll hear about it next weekend, I'm sure. Thank you, William. Yes, and boy, that if that bok choy gets hot, it will bolt in like in a hair's breadth. All my bok choy bolted last year. Okay, so let's see. I wanted to. What else were we going to talk about today? I wanted to give a shout out to Jenna, I think it's Jenna, although it looks like Gina. Maynard, it's so interesting the way this has happened over time with my channel. Is I get really close to somebody, we're communicating a lot, and then I don't know what happens. It's hard for me to keep. If you keep in touch with me, I will keep in touch with you. Let's put it that way. But sometimes through Instagram, I was just telling William this morning, is if you contact me through Instagram and we start messaging, I don't get notifications for those. So you might message me and you might not hear back. And it's not because I don't want to get back to you. It's just, I just, unless I happen to go to your page and then hit message, it's like, I won't even see those messages. So Instagram Messenger message is not the best way if you want to stay in touch with me. It's not the best way. But you can always contact me through my website, because if you go to the contact page and put in your email address and just say, say whatever questions or whatever, want to stay in touch with you, want to visit your garden, this would be the summer. Right now is the time to visit this garden. If anybody is thinking about visiting Los Angeles, this is the time to visit this garden from now until October. So, hi, good morning, Beth. Right. I'm only going to be on till 9 because, as I explained, I have company. Hi, Johnny. I'm glad you woke up in time. Let's see it. Tanya, good morning, Tanya, North Carolina. Eleni from Athens. And, Eleni, I have another lady from Greece who is writing me, and her name is Sophia. Let me see if I can pronounce this right. Raptopoulou. And she has been writing me, and I just sent her a message, and I was hoping that she would tune in. Yes, Cheryl, my heart goes out to you with that. Where are you relocating to? Um, yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is I get really tight with people, and I write and so forth, and then I lose touch with people. And please keep in touch with me. Oh, I have a hummingbird pollinating. Hold on. I have two loofah flowers open. They are the female with the hi. Come here. Come here. The hummingbird flew right up to within 4 feet of me and went like this. Hmm, hmm, and went it went back. Oh, it went back and forth to the two flowers twice. So that is a very good sign because all of those first little loofahs, remember when I said, oh, there's one, two, three, four? They all fell off or are going to fall off. So I wanted to mention that I just started a little business. Uh, uh, someone put out a notice on Nextdoor, and my Nextdoor is an online app for neighbors to communicate with one another about crime and safety, or selling things, or services, recommending services, looking for services, all that kind of thing. So someone had put out a notice needing help with their uh, yeah, I don't hear the chirps, William. I just hear like woo, 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 a sound like that with hummingbirds. Anyway, Hillary put out a notice saying that she needed help with her raised bed and wanted help with her garden. And so we made an arrangement, and I've done 2 sessions over there so far. So uh, the downside of that is the reason I'm not more excited about it is because they don't own the property, and it sounds to me like the landlady is resistant to her really making the garden nice. So we'll see. Um, we'll see what the budget is and what she can do. And but so far, I've really ramped up her. She has a really huge raised bed. I think it's 4 feet. Well, it's a square foot gardening thing, so it's 4 feet deep and about at least 8 feet long. Honey, where are you writing from? Thank you for tuning in. Australia, fantastic. We have Ireland, Saudi, Chile, Australia. Yes, well, I put one of my loofah plants in her square foot gardening, and I also put one of my Sweet Annie plants. And when I was there 2 days ago, we harvested 2 huge cucumbers um, and a couple of chilies. Some of these plants, when I got there, my loofah plant looked like one more day, and I think it would have been finished. Just there's no irrigation in the bed, and they haven't worked on that yet. And it's just 1:30 a.m. Thank you, honey, for being up at 1:30 a.m. to tune into my live stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Teresa. Well, I am an actor, as you know, and I do impressions. No, not really. Um, this is my green juice, and believe it or not, it was made over a week ago. And so it's not the freshest, but if you fill it all the way to the top and you seal it, it stays pretty fresh. And we did not have time to make any on Friday, so that's what I'm drinking. Johnny, I just did an impression of a hummingbird. Woo, woo, woo. Little Luna. Spain, fantastic. What time is it in Spain? Little Luna. That's awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Does anyone have any questions about gardening? Should we talk about gardening a little bit? I'll tell you what's going on here. Uh, I just have to just come out and say it that my all the not all the my tomato effort is not all a waste, but I've never had a critter problem like this. And when I think back to 2015, when I one day harvested 46 pounds from my tiny little front yard. They were all right there. 46 pounds in one day of every color, every shape, and every size. And this year I've got a puny little handful on the counter in there. And it's because I did not have any idea that this would happen. And where are you, William? Remind me. Because it's already getting kind of late now. It's August. Yes, me too, Cheryl. Me too. You would be one of my first guests. Absolutely. Holy cow. Holy cow. 120 pounds. That sounds like Angie in Kentucky. She's another person I haven't heard too much from lately. But she's got a pear tree that really produces. Her pear tree is old though. Yes, I know, William, but where? Patricia, good morning. Yes, I know, but it's too late now, Patricia. I would love to, people said like a week or two ago that to get I'm sorry, I was looking at a bee on my sweet Annie over there, to get a game cam, a camera that photographs and watches. And I just thought it's already really too late. I don't want to spend the money on a game cam, and the vines are spent. There's I'm not going to get any more. I'm not going to get if I'm not going to get any more fruit out of it. I don't think. Georgia. Ooh, yeah. Wow, planting fall tomatoes in Florida. That's fantastic, Kevin. That's the best way. No. No, NDA. I'm sorry. Where are you writing from? Oh, good. Five. That's right. Little Luna, my son and girlfriend are actually in the south of France right now. Uh, they went over for a wedding, and it's probably the same time with them. And Lynn Dunlap just woke up. She just sent me a message. Lynn is in my video making the lemon curd. If you haven't seen that video, please watch that video. We had a great time in my kitchen, her making her lemon curd. Oh, that's fantastic, Tanya. I'm so glad you let me know. How is your back? How did you injure it? And is it okay? I mean, did you break something, or is it just needing time to recover tissue? India. Okay. I don't remember NDA. I sort of do, but I'm not sure. Do you have a garden? Johnny, I have changed my brand. So, I just don't, I prefer not to call out brand names, unless somebody's actually paying me. um, Speaking of which, oh dear, I probably shouldn't even say this because I can't remember. Um, a company contacted me wanting me to try their products. And so they sent me a shipment. I said I would try them. And they sent me a shipment. And we actually are talking about me possibly being a spokesperson for their company, but I haven't had a chance to even open the box, much less try them. So this is the problem when you're a busy content creator, it's like no time. Speaking of a busy guy, I heard from Mick Poltney in the UK, and he sent me some links. You might want to check him out. He's uh, I guess he's busy like me, or even busier. He's maybe got a show, or he's got books or videos or something. So check out that guy. And that's just a little plug for him. And let's see. Teresa's asking about what you can plant for fall tomatoes. I can't plant any fall tomatoes. The sun is too low in the sky. Okay, take care, Jack. um, uh, a dimmer, a dimmer, or you mean a dinner? I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember NDA. Just if you have a garden question, please pose it. Yes. New species of bugs. Yes. Well, that's not surprising, with everything that's going on. Hey, Travis, thanks for joining. I'm only going to be on for 30 more minutes. It's so funny. My computer is an hour off still from when I was in Salt Lake. I'll talk to you later, Jack. I must have missed something. Eddie. Is there somebody named Eddie? Oh, hi, Eddie. Eddie, remind me where you are. I forget. Yeah, this is the worst year ever for critters. Good morning, Backyard Eden. And Karen. Karen is in Scotland, I think, right? Yes, I think so. I mean, I don't know why I would have more critters just because it's cooler. It seems like I would, a lot of people have suggested that the birds pecked into my tomatoes looking for water, but I have a bird bath, and I never see birds in it ever, hardly ever. Years go by, and of course I have a hummingbird feeder, and so and it's been the coolest summer since I've lived here. So there's no air conditioning in this house, and it's usually just stifling upstairs in the summer, and it hasn't really even been hot. It has, Backyard Eden. I'm so glad you tuned in. How are things in East Texas? My son just bought a house in Austin, so I'm going to be spending time in Texas in the coming at least for the next 2 years. I'll be tuning in from Texas from time to time. Eleni says, "Oh, good morning, Nancy." Nancy is here from San Diego, everybody. Nancy Canyon. And that's fantastic, Eleni. What do you do? What is your website? What do you do? What are you focusing on with your website? I know, Tanya. It's heartbreaking, but something, I have so many other things always, so many other plants to worry about that I just, of course, tomatoes are my favorite thing, and I think probably tomatoes are the number one thing that people enjoy talking about and growing and eating on the internet. But it was not a good year for me. I wanted to go out swinging, but it didn't happen. Tucson, that's right. Eddie, William at East Mesa Homestead is on right now. So, but you're in Tucson. You're not in Phoenix, but that's okay. You're still in Arizona. Tucson's a bit cooler and different climate. I think higher in elevation too, isn't it? Oh, that's good, William. Yeah, well, I'm sure. Hey, Patrick. Patrick, I would say it's thrown me off. I really would say so because none of the hot season stuff thrived. Um, I've got a couple little squash, handful of tomatoes, no cucumbers, zero cucumbers, and all those wonderful fun things that are so rewarding to harvest. That's just not happening. I will say it is in the cucumber family. Loofah, I do have loofah, and the vines are vigorous. And I planted them late, as you know, and the vines are vigorous. And I am hopeful that I'm going to be able to eat a few and save a few for sponges. They're not sponges. Sponge is an animal in the ocean, but a loofah sponge scrubber is a cucumber plant. What are you growing in South Korea, Patrick? Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you mentioned that. Everybody, please, I know most people that tune into my channel are tuning in for gardening, and I know most of you guys watch all of my videos, and I really appreciate that. But if you haven't seen my newest video I uploaded yesterday, that was my trip to Montana. And as I mentioned to someone in the comments below it, who was thanking me for making it, I said, well, I almost didn't, because when I listened to it, when I got home and I listened to it, and all of the interviews were obliterated by wind on the microphone, I just thought, oh, don't even spend the time on this, Kaye. Just go to the next thing. And then I thought, when would I ever be back in Montana? It's so beautiful and it's so vast. The rangeland is so vast. You stand out there and it's literally that expression, as far as the eye can see. That is the way I felt when I was there. So please watch that today and give it a thumbs up. Uh, yes, I know, NDA. Um, I know India is developing very fast and it's very polluted, and I really don't know what India is going to do about that problem, because better luck next year, Karen. Yeah, everybody, I don't know where I'll be next year, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure I'll be on this property, and so that's a big thing that's going on with me right now. I'm studying my options and trying to figure out what. It's a very big decision, and I'm trying to figure out the best decision for me, and trying to factor in everything. And so I don't know the answer to that, Karen. So I certainly hope I'm going to have a big crop of tomatoes next year. Daryl, did you do well with tomatoes? Daryl's over in Tennessee. Oh, Luber grasshoppers. What in the world is that, Travis? And where are you? Remind me where you are. Oh, I know, Nancy, because when I went down to Oceanside to do that video with Liz, that had the 400 tomato plants on the hillside garden. Remember that video I did last year? It was hot. It was really hot. So get out there and get going. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I don't know, NDA, what's going to happen with India or China. I mean, it's so polluted. I really don't know. Yes, Nancy, exactly. Exactly. It was interesting, Nancy, before you go. I met a guy on the plane sat beside the guy on the plane, and his parents lived just outside of Bozeman. And he was telling me that, by the way, where is Deadly Wound this morning? Steve, I wonder where he is. He hasn't tuned in. He was telling me that his mother had a greenhouse and a hydroponics just outside of Bozeman. And hold on one second. And that she also had rheumatoid arthritis. She was 75 and she had this big garden and all this stuff. And I said, please, I'm here. I would love to come out and do a video there. It sounds like she's got quite an operation. So I guess it is possible, Nancy, to have all those things, but you have to have a greenhouse if you want to extend the season. No, I don't, Andy. I don't know what that is. Oh, do you know what that does to me, Beth? Getting a lot of cantaloupes. Oh, I only wish I could have grow a cantaloupe. Thank you, Daryl. Everybody, hit that thumbs up button. I slid my screen over so that I could see the chat window better, and so I can't see how many of these I have. But please hit that thumbs up button. And let's see. Yeah, William, I have to say I am very, very fortunate with the bees. I know that a lot of people don't have enough, and I have a lot of bees, and I'm really lucky. If I were going to stay here for a while, I would just rethink about what I wanted to grow, and if the climate is truly going to be different now, because I just thought that the winter was on track for the hot summer, but it didn't happen. Oh, Patrick, thank you. Oh my gosh, a 20-pound groundhog. William, where are you writing from? Where do you have groundhogs? See that so many people have so many things to deal with that I don't have to deal with. I don't have groundhogs. I don't have, I just have raccoons and whatever this thing. Oh, there's a dragonfly. I wish you could see. That's a beauty. I've had so many dragonflies lately. I haven't seen any praying mantis, though. I really love them. I haven't seen those at all. Linda is tuning in from San Diego. Linda, I'm only going to be on for about 18 more minutes. I apologize for the short hour today, but my sister-in-law is here. And, oh, wait, fantastic. I can't wait, Linda, for you to just jump into that new home and just go wild with your gardening. And being in San Diego, you'll be able to garden this whole winter. I sure hope so too, William. And the thing is, if a groundhog climbs up 20 feet and eats your mulberries, ooh, I think your mulberries are a little too high off the ground. I remember the only time I've ever seen a mulberry tree loaded with mulberries was I had a neighbor. Of course, they've sold that house and torn all that down and put up a new whatever, because that's what happens here. And but the mulberry tree was pruned so that I would say the very top of the mulberry, it was pruned like an umbrella, and it just went like that. And I would say the top of the tree was no more than not even 10 feet, but it was an old tree. It had always grown, been shaped that way so that you could access these mulberries. But I would think that you would have to net it. And, you just have to net the whole thing after the berries start developing. It's complicated, William. Very complicated. I'll talk more about it when I can. Thank you. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Is it which syllable do which syllable do I pronounce? Is it Majid? Is it Majid? I can't pronounce it. M- because the double D is confusing me. Otherwise, I would say it would be Mejido, but I don't think that's right. How do I? Eubanks. Where are you writing from? And thank you for saying that. Hey, Tom, Deep South Bama. Mr. Tom is here. Oh, I appreciate you saying that, Mr. Tom, because like I was saying earlier, I almost didn't make that video because I just got in and the sound was so obliterated by the wind. But like I had to do the same thing when I did the video with uh, um, I just mentioned her name, Liz in Oceanside. When I did her video, I always ask people, "Are you close to an airport?" And they go, "No, no, we're not. Get down there." And I'm going, there's like plane after plane. I'm going, I thought you said you weren't close to an airport. And he says, "Oh, well, there's a little private airport over there." I'm going, yeah, well, planes constantly and motorcycles dragging down the big. Oh, it was so noisy. I had to do the same thing with that video. I had to take her words, write it all out, put them in my mouth and record them and then cut that into the video. That's just filmmaking. That's what you do. It's a lot more work. Oh, Faithful Flowers. Speaking, you just mentioned, oh, it jumped. I hate when it does that. Michigan, William. Okay, thank you. Oh, Mr. Tom, I can totally relate. Let's see. Oh, wow. Kate has hives that are dividing. Uh, Jacques Carnegie, where are you writing from? P.S. Nia, Eric was here yesterday. He is fine. He's very busy, just as usual. And you'll see him coming up in a video. Since my sister-in-law is here, I don't know if she's going to let me spend a day editing. I have another video already set to go on Tuesday. That's a cooking video, cooking and canning, my plum jam. And so I hope everybody will tune in for that. Um, let's see. Uh, I missed something here. Faithful Flowers. Uh, Faithful Flowers said, wow, those giant grasshoppers. That sounds so scary. Oh, William, thank you so much. Hey, everybody. William just made a super chat donation of $20, and I really, really appreciate that. These things help us content creators keep going and bringing you great content. So please consider making a super chat donation by hitting that $ down there, or you can support me in other ways. You can when you buy things from Amazon, you can use my link, and I've shared this many times, but I'll share it again. Anything that you buy on Amazon, if you sign into this link, no matter what you buy, I will get a few cents for it. Like I just got, I think, a $12 check this month. So it's not much, but everything counts. And if you love my channel enough to make a monthly donation, anything over $5, you can become a patron. And there's the link for that. And I hope you will consider supporting me. I wanted to say that I didn't make a video of me putting this together because I just had to get it done before I left for that trip. And the plums were on the counter and I knew I had to use them all before I left. And when I came back, there was one teeny tiny little plum on the tree. But I made plum liqueur. And It's funny because we loaded up this gallon jar and it was probably about 2/3 of the way full. And what you do is you layer in your plums with your plums, and then your sugar, and then your vodka, and I put brandy in as well. And then you do orange peel, and then you do another layer of the plums and liqueur. I mean liquor and stuff. And then you tighten the top and you seal it with wax. Now, Denora and I did this, but this is very hard to seal a gallon jar lid with wax. I mean, we really worked on this. It's dripping, it's burning us. We thought we got it all around. No, it leaked. Oh, did it leak? So you have to sit this jar on its side for 21 days, and it has to be rotated a half a rotation every single day. And of course, I was gone, so I relied on the girls living here to do that for me. When I came back, the towel, and you have to cover it in a dark towel, and the dark towel was almost saturated because it leaked. Thank goodness I had put it on a dish drainer tray in there so it didn't drip down and ugh. But I opened the door and there's like fruit flies and it smells like wine well, anyway, long story short, then you strain all that after 21 days. So I did that on Friday. And so I literally have 1 pint jar of this plum liqueur. And I drank about a tablespoon while I was doing it. This was like at noon or something, and I could feel the effect. So that stuff is going to be taken very, very, very sparingly. What did I miss? Let's see. Ah, Kate, I did not know that dragonflies kill bees. No, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a shame. Uh, hmm. I don't know, Steve. I don't know. No flowers. I've only got 2 flowers on 1, 2. I have 5 vines and I only have 2 flowers. More possibilities, but only 2. So I don't know. It's so funny in the history of my gardening, which has now been 7 years. The first time I grew garlic, hit it out of the park. The first time I grew loofah, hit it out of the park. The second time I grew tomatoes, 46 pounds in one day. Unbelievable. I was traveling. I had to just give them away. No time to even process them. Just had to give them away. And, and now that I've had 7 years of experience, it's like it's having so many problems. I don't know what Pilardi mulberries is. Um, I'm sure Megiddo is. I can't. Possibly can't. I'm going to call you Meg. I'm going to call you Meg. Meg, where are you writing from? Megiddo. Megiddo. Okay, Megiddo. That's a beautiful name. I've never heard it before. And where are you? Oh, that's fantastic, Beth. I love praying mantises. Ah, Armageddon. Megiddo. Megiddo. Wow. Hi, Jacques. Um, I thought dragonflies ate mosquitoes too, but that's to kill bees. Wow. Hey, Reggie. Oh, fantastic. Reggie is in the Philippines. Please say hi to Reggie. Um, I believe I talked about Reggie some time back. Uh, he's written me a number of times. Patricia says she thinks gardening is just luck. I know. I know. That's the same way I am. But we don't stop. As long as we have space, we don't stop. I mean, I've always been this incredibly creative person. I mean, from knitting, and when I lived in New York, I made all my own clothes. I would go to an audition, and I would, before I would take the train uptown to where I lived, I would stop on 57th Street, go to the pattern store, go to the back, look at the pattern books. I would go to the designer fashions. Because I couldn't afford to buy designer clothes, and I would get a pattern, get the fabric, go home and make all my clothes. I made all of my clothes, dresses, coats, evening gowns, everything. Sewed it all in this dark apartment. You couldn't even you couldn't even be in our living room without a light on. It was so dark. And I made all my clothes and all these things. But once you start gardening, it's just like, okay, I don't have time to cook anymore. I don't have time to do it, to sew or knit or anything. Speaking of yellow jackets, Mr. Tom, one day I saw we have something called the red-back jumping spider. I don't know if you guys have that in your garden. They're really good for in the garden, and they're smaller than a yellow jacket, and they're furry, and they look like something out of a sci-fi movie. They're very furry legs, and these two eyes, and um, and I saw one of these things dragging off a yellow jacket. The yellow jacket was probably twice the size of this spider. So, oh, that will be nice. Um, Kate, I don't know if you saw. I think this was only, yeah, this was only a blog post. But if you go to my website, latebloomershow.com, and you put in muscadine in the search bar, you should be able to get this post. I have a friend back in Tennessee who he had another career, and when he turned about 50, he said he'd always wanted to make wine, be a winemaker, and he got out of the business he was in, and he bought a little tiny vineyard, and he grows some of his grape. He grows muscadine, and he grows some other grapes. And I went down uh, and visited the day that they were harvesting the muscadines. He had a lot of volunteers. It was really interesting. I took pictures, no video, if you're interested in checking that out. My dragon fruit, Reggie, has exploded. It's going so many different directions. It's going here, it's going there, it's going up, it's going around. And at this point, I don't know what to do about it, because moving it would kill it. And I don't know if I'm going to get to see it bloom or not, which is going to kill me if I don't. But if it doesn't bloom, it doesn't bloom. But it's incredible looking. Let's see. What is a midge, Nia? I don't even know what a midge is. Oh, um, is that Kate? Is that where you are in South Texas? It's so hard for me to keep all this straight in my mind. Um, that's right. You invited me to come and stay with you when I go to Texas to see my son. I remember that now. um, okay, we just got a couple of minutes, guys. Did anybody else have any questions or anything they wanted to ask? Maybe I've forgotten to fill you in on something that you're concerned or curious about. My garden looks as good as it could possibly look right now. We worked so hard on it yesterday. Oh, I meant to say, I'm gonna end with this. I don't know if you're following me on Instagram or Facebook. Please do, at Late Bloomer Show if you're on social media. But darling Zachary, that grew up here in my garden, moved away, and so I got very choked up. Good morning, Ed. I'm just signing off. I'm just saying we'll have to communicate by email. Watch the Montana video. I think you already did. Um, basically, a small fly. Somebody is a general from the. Oh, okay. Uh, thank you, Linda. Ooh, ooh. I don't know. Maybe I know. Maybe I know what they are. Maybe I don't. I really don't know. But I was just going to say, Zachary left yesterday. Oh, Travis, you are making me so jealous. That is one thing I always wanted to do and never had a chance. In fact, my brother, who one of my brothers is younger than me, and he said when he retired, he was going to hike. I don't know if he's going to hike the whole AT. I think he's going to hike part of the AT, and I, as you know, it's sort of this life, experience or whatever. And I said, "Oh, can I please come?" I invited myself to his, you know, thing, and he's going, "Well, okay, I don't know." But I mean, I've certainly been on the AT, but in my youth, and spent a lot of time in the Smokies. Uh, but it would be really nice to know whether I had it in me at this stage to be able to hike even a section of the AT. It's hard sleeping on the ground, and when you're hiking, you really can't take like 5 pillows and 4 air mattresses like I did to Big Sur. And by the way, I have not had time to do the Big Sur video. That's going to be such a job because I shot it on a camera and my phone. I've got to interweave all this. The phone, in order for them to go into the same video, the phone clips have to be converted to the same frame rate as the other. So you begin to see what a job it is, and I just haven't had time. Oh, well, do it while you're young is all I can say, Travis. I wish I had. I have a monarch butterfly. I had a big male in the garden yesterday. It was huge. Yes, yeah, so Zachary left. They moved to San Francisco, and he left with his mom about 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and they made it at 12:30. And I got a text from her, and then the father, Steve, and he took the little girl with him. They left much later, like 5 or 6 or something. Oh my goodness, later even. Uh, Teresa, I know that sweet potato leaves are more nutritious than the potatoes themselves, but I have only cooked them. I don't think I've tried them. I don't think I've tried eating them raw, but it's good, huh? Okay, faithful flowers. I'll see you next week. And hey, everybody, make sure you hit the thumbs up button before you leave. And thank you so much for tuning in and being part of this community. It gives me great joy, and I really appreciate all of your support. Please share my channel. And if you have a few minutes today, watch some of my recent cooking videos, because last week was pretty dismal in terms of viewership. I don't know what happened. And I really appreciate that, Kevin. And you too, back to you in Florida. Thank you, little Luna in Spain. And I appreciate it all. And we'll tune in next week at the same time. And love you guys. And God bless you.